Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Jenda, and this is my Let's Play of Rule the Waves 3 as Great Britain. It's now December of 1969, and we have just gotten into a war with Russia. Now, their fleet is only marginally larger than ours. They have a lot of battle cruisers that are arguably a bit of a waste of tonnage. I mean, they're pretty formidable, but they're also going to be very vulnerable to aircraft. In terms of carriers, they have less fleet carriers than us, but kind of make up for it with a lot of light carriers. They also have a lot more heavy cruisers. Probably, practically speaking, a lot more light cruisers. And quite a lot more destroyer hulls, although their average tonnage is quite a bit lower. Geographically, it's hard to say where we'll... Oh, and the big problem is they are also allied to Italy. Now, geographically, there's not that many places we can really fight Russia. They can't maintain a fleet in Northern Europe forever, I would assume. They can in Northeast Asia, and we're going to have to send a significant squadron out to Northeast Asia. It appears that's actually where most of their fleet is at the moment, so... But I don't think I did push the mobilization button yet. Oh my god, the budget! Holy cow. Yes, also our budget is staggeringly poor and has been for a long time. We don't have anywhere near enough destroyers really to cover our trade protection duties, to the point that I have to put some of the latest, almost brand new GIUK class on, not foreign stations, trade protection. But it is what it is there. Yeah. So we're going to try to end this war as quickly as possible. It's not really a winning war for us, to be honest. I think we're going to have to send a very large squadron to East Asia, probably, but we'll see. I gotta wait a turn for us to mobilize for... Oh, I didn't put training on. We can't afford to put training on. Convoy defense, locally. This we can fight. Okay, they've given us 2 destroyers. Foxhound and Saracen. That's not a whole lot. Oh yes, and out of our total force, most of it is not mobilized right now, so the first turn or two could be rough. To stay with the wait, did I? No, the only things I've spotted are the convoy. I'm gonna stay with the convoy as much as possible and just keep an eye out for Russians. These are, I believe, both of the latest GIUK class. They have 6 heavy SSMs with reloads. So that's got to count for something. There's only 2 of them, so one way or another, the battle will probably be decided almost immediately if the Russians do attack. Okay, it's about to be daylight. Nothing overnight. No hostiles. And I mean, the convoy is well on its way to Reykjavik. Time's 2/3 of the way to expiring. Honestly, if we get away with that without a fight, that's probably beneficial to us. Okay. Oh, they had 4 destroyers, so yeah, it's definitely beneficial to us. Where did they go? Huh. They spawned just south of us, and they just went due east until they weren't anywhere near us anymore. This guy has 8 heavy SSMs, so we probably would have lost this engagement, although they might not have reloads, and we did, but still. Prime Minister. Yeah, spacious crew quarters. Well, we already know about that, but EFP warheads, more medium SSM damage. New ECM. Enemy fleets dominate the seas, but we sink a submarine. Oof. The Italians deal a real blow to Austria-Hungary. They sink the destroyer Satellite, light cruiser Fido, and the carrier Budapest in exchange for just the destroyer Commandante Morgatini. That is the good news, though. Italy might come in against us, but they are at war with Austria-Hungary, which will probably limit their ability to really come at us. Okay, now see, the problem is I have 30 ships on trade protection. That leaves us 35 total other destroyers, and oh yeah, we're about to go bankrupt already. So I'm gonna have to pause half of these or something. I don't know that it's worth turning on any of the trainings. I'm gonna leave it, to be honest. We don't really have the budget for it. Okay, I'm hoping to get some of these ships worked up, and then we will send a squadron to the Far East. Okay, I think most of the Russian fleet is actually sprinting back, so maybe we'll wait and see how that shakes out, as well as for our ships to mobilize. Cruiser action. Problem. I have no cruisers, but they decline battle. Okay. And the fleet is worked up, and Russia joins Italy in war against Austria-Hungary. So that's great. I guess it's me and Austria-Hungary against Russia and Italy. Except I'm not allied to Austria-Hungary, but it still works mostly. Okay, the enemy dominate the seas everywhere, it seems like. But I am blockading Russia, technically, so we'll see how that works out. Carrier battle. Most of their fleet is still not back, so I will happily accept. Alright, so we're getting the carriers Ark Royal, Empress of India, Benbow, Rodney, Gibraltar, and Argus. With heavy cruiser Berwick, light cruisers Nottingham and Yarmouth. And an associated 4, 6, 9, 10 destroyers. They are probably going to have a lot more destroyers than us. 10 destroyers is really wildly inadequate for 6 carriers, but I may add 1 ship. I don't think I have any decent carriers available. Oh, I do have an extra Eagle available. Let's bring it. Bring the whole lot. How bad can it be? So we're going to bring 7 fleet carriers, and they're going to be escorted by a grand total of 10 destroyers. And it's about to be dark already. Isn't that nice? Also only March, and we're at very high latitude, so... well, looks like there's a pretty good deal of daylight. I guess only March is already halfway to the solstice, so it should be about even. We should be mostly trained for night actions, to be fair. We can just, that the search pattern I want? I don't think so. We need to be a little more, Need to cast a wider net. We might just be we might just be sailing blind all night. I don't really, I haven't seen any scout aircraft take off, so... And our cap is operating, so... we shouldn't, hopefully, get caught completely off guard, but... I just hope we're not getting hammered by Russian airstrikes all night. Oh god, we are. Already we've encountered jet attack aircraft. I mean, if their force count in this area is accurate, then that's 2 jet attack aircraft. Like, and they both just died. But they launched their missiles first. Oh boy. And they overflew Saracen and missed, oh wait. I think they all missed. And we wiped out the attack force, but they know where we are, because the AI always knows where we are, as far as I understand it. I have no clue where they are. I should be able to launch search operations at night, to be honest, but it doesn't seem... Oh, wait. Well, yeah, except I check that, but I don't think they actually do it. Could we please send out a search pattern? Anybody? There's another 9 jet attack aircraft coming in. They are getting kind of... Where'd they go? There they are. They only lost 1 so far. We just get strafed. Who the hell is strafing a carrier in 1970? Ballsy. Probably not smart, but ballsy. Very, very, very unlikely to have done anything. These carriers have 2.5-inch flight decks and 2.5-inch decks. Strafing run's not going to impact that much, but... Report? Okay, that is what I needed. Thank you, Scout number 118. 3DD, course east, northeast. It's very unlikely that it's truly... And they were coming from kind of that direction. It's very unlikely that those are truly isolated destroyers. We are going to prep our de Havilland Defiance. And the target is going to be about there. You were going to get ready. Yeah, let's go. Every Defiant we've got, whoever these losers are, we're gonna friggin' crush them. No. Okay, these guys only have Wyverns, but... Interesting. Gibraltar. Why does the brand new ship in the fleet, Gibraltar, still only have Wyverns? Whatever. At least you can actually carry an escort force. Okay. Yeah. Alright, everybody will be ready shortly, and I don't care if it's allegedly 3 destroyers. I'm betting there's carriers down there, and we're gonna wipe them the hell out. If there's not carriers down there, this is gonna be a colossal waste of our very limited ordnance. And it might be anyway, because night strikes are not exactly super reliable, but... Turn back that way. I don't want to get too far from Reykjavik. Well, I think we're ready, so... Launch. 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 Let's go. Yeah, the only reports we ever got were destroyers, but I really doubt there's an isolated destroyer force out there. It's probably the carriers. It lines up acceptably well with the direction that I think the enemy were coming from, too, so... Enemy aircraft, I mean. New report? Yes, sir. 1 CV, 2 CVL, 1 CA, 6 DD, course north 07, 2355. Give him hell, Defiance. Okay, and they're firing a lot of SAMs at us, but that's to be expected. 2 CV, 2 CVL. Okay, yeah, we found their main force. I can't do much about, you know, how I can't change right now how effective our strike's gonna be, but... Well, we didn't take any missile hits from their strike. Such as it was, which was just a couple of uncoordinated squadrons. They're definitely taking hits here, and they don't have enough carriers in theater to... I mean, it depends if we're actually hitting any carriers, if we're just wasting a destroyer or something right now, but... We have 7 fleet carriers, and they definitely do not have that available in Europe right now. And it's not like they have a lot of spares either, so... If we were to sink 2 fleet, 2 light carriers right now, it would really kind of gut their carrier force. Even once the rest arrived, they would be... That would leave them like 4 fleet, 6 light, which is not enough to take on our 9 fleet, so... We would probably basically have the carrier war one. Well, let's not get cocky. As long as they have a significant carrier task group, we could always get midweight or something, but... We would, turn things significantly in our favor if we did just wipe out a couple of carriers. Look at all these glorious, glorious fleet carriers. Does Gibraltar look visibly bigger than the others? Oh yes, significantly, in fact. Look at the difference between the Eagle and the Gibraltar class. Very nice. Okay. Shame we only have 1 Gibraltar. Another one is 3 years out, but we finished 1 at least. Now... Why'd you go so far south, guys? Move kind of that way. Do we follow up while it's still nighttime? We probably should. It's only midnight, depending on... We're like straddling a time zone here, as you can see from the local time changing as I move my mouse back and forth, but it's basically midnight. It's gonna be dark for a long while yet. So the question becomes, follow-up strike now or in the morning? And I think it should probably be now. Has everybody landed back on the ships? I'm not sure they all have, but let's take what we've got. Let's target here-ish. Oh boy, we're already out of ASMs. My god. Alright, well, load up with, oh heck, you know what? Just take the rest of the ASMs. Okay, they did not have a heavy cap, so I don't feel too bad about not sending a significant escort force. Now this is, unfortunately, pretty much all we've got in terms of, let's see, 25... No. 2 less, okay. This is pretty much all we've got. We're gonna be out of missiles afterwards, so... I don't know if there's a point in sending the mixed squadron as part of an airstrike. I don't really think that's what they do. Just sending more escorts. Oh boy. 22. What? Should be plenty, no? 22. Doesn't that only make 37? It does. What was the problem? I don't know. Whatever. Very, very hard to say how effective our first strike really was, but... Let's see, target's gonna be, I don't know, here-ish, I think, now. And launch. Okay, you got this, guys. After this, I will hold off until... I'll probably head south so we can close the range a little, but... Actually, no, why bother? Stay by Reykjavik. The only reason I would head south is because I like to check casualties, sort of, but that's just dumb. I can see it after the battle anyway. Let's just launch the damn airstrike. And then, honestly, what we do is... Okay, what are we seeing here? Ports. 1 CVL, 1 CA, 2 DD, I don't know. I don't know if that's just one sub-portion of the force, or if that's what we crippled with the first airstrike that we're just finishing, or if that's all that's left after the first airstrike. But whatever it is, we're gonna wipe it out. Holy cow, that's a lot of missile hits. Oh my god, that's a lot of missile hits. The pilots will be... Okay, there's some crippled carrier or something. Hopefully it's a carrier at least. Something dead in the water is getting hit with like 50 missiles right now. We're probably hitting some maneuvering ships too, but I can't believe that those giant piles of hit notifications were on ships that were actively defending themselves. The good news is, yeah, I think they must be not have a lot of SAMs left, because I haven't seen a lot of notifications about those. And they clearly didn't have much cap either, because I saw very few notifications about those. Yeah, we're gonna cruise back and forth off Reykjavik. Maybe we'll edge slightly south, I don't know. They were further north this time. They're only like 80 nautical miles away. We really don't want a surface engagement, because we have very few escorts. So let's fast forward until it's daylight. We're 3/4 of the way through the night. It's coming. And then maybe we can launch a follow-up strike with bombs and see if that can achieve something. No sign of any enemy follow-up, so... I really didn't tell the fleet to meander that close to the enemy. Is this now? It's a brand new report? I believe it is. 1 or 2 CV, 2 CVL. They're fleeing south, and that's where this spiteful spotted them. Okay. New target, right about here. That's probably where their carriers are. Everybody, load up. Not with a... one of you can carry ASMs, the rest are going to have to go for bombs. Bombs, bombs, bombs. Yeah. Bring a couple of escorts along with. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately that suggests to me that maybe we got, maybe we got a light carrier or two, but not the fleet carriers, but it could be misidentification in the morning here too. Okay, everybody ready? Yeah, let's do this. The enemy cap is really killing that recon aircraft. But you know what? I'll take that as a good sign. It means we actually did find their heavy carriers down there. Their fleet carriers, that is. Yeah, that's where those are at. At least one, maybe two. And it's about to be daylight. I will wait for daylight and we will launch. Okay. Dawn. Close enough. It'll probably be full daylight by the time we get there. Launch. 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 We've done a bit of a number on them. There hasn't been any more airstrikes from them. I'm pretty sure we sank at least a few ships, but at least one and maybe two fleet carriers are headed south. That is the big prize. Okay, it is full daylight actually. What? Oh my god. Yes, I get it. You're flying over 1 CA. Honestly, don't worry about that. That's probably a cripple. Okay. Somebody just got shot down by Cap. Surely that means you found something. Yes, sir. 2 CV, 2 CL, 6 DD. I think we killed 1 CVL, if I'm being honest with you. Based on the reports here. Maybe more if we're lucky, but... Yeah, we're getting hit by SAMs and stuff, too. Which is expected. Hey, wow, that was a... really ineffective airstrike. Did most of them even do their strikes? I don't feel like they did. What happened there? That's not the limit of our range, is it? No, not even close. Huh. I'm not really clear on what just happened. We didn't really launch a proper strike on them. And most of them kind of broke off. Range 220. I mean, that should be very hittable. Well, I'm just gonna prep for another strike. I don't really know what happened, but as far as I can see, we still have all our aircraft, so get those bombs ready and get in there. I really don't understand why the last strike was seemingly basically abortive, but okay, looks like everybody's ready. Let's launch. They're probably not going to be exactly there anymore, but close enough, hopefully. Okay, we're still flying over a crippled CA. I'm really not that worried about it. Ports-wise, can we please clear, like, these? Okay, yeah. All of these reports here are basically 1 CA. Really, they're probably going to sink on their own, whatever. Not that worried about it. Please just hit the carrier force. There we are, 1 CV, 1 CVL. Wait, did they all just turn around again? That's not the limit of our range. Why? Why are we not bombing? I don't understand. F indicative of something here? Fuel or something? But we should have the range. I mean, I would assume combat range is indicated in there and back, no? It must be, surely. I mean, we are obviously near the limits of our range, but not at it. So I don't quite see what would be going wrong here. Well, pair again. I'm gonna have the whole fleet turn like due south so we can keep the range a little closer. Are we ready and did I miss it? Yes, we are. Okay. Range is, I mean, it's gonna be like there. Should be in range, I think. Edge of it at this point, but maybe we're wasting too much time getting the coordination part done. Oh my god, I get it. There's a CA. Maybe I should just launch an airstrike on that. It seems to have been there for 12 hours. Oh hey, somebody actually found something to bomb this time. The rest of you? No, so many of them are still just going back. Okay, I don't... Maybe we are effectively out of range. Doesn't seem to me like we should be, but maybe. I'm just gonna retreat north, because it's about to be dark anyway. Yeah, I get it. There's a heavy cruiser. Holy cow. Actually, can we sail over to this damn heavy cruiser and sink that? Because it seems to be confusing everyone. It's like right here somewhere. Let's just hit it with some missiles. It's clearly dead in the water, so. What was that? Oh, Cap is engaging something. Not sure what. Yeah, where? Oh, all the way down there now? Well, chase him anyway. Okay, our Cap is really fighting something, but I don't know what. Don't see anything hostile when I zoom in. And it's off screen, whatever they're fighting, so. It looks like it's rival heavy jets. Yeah, it is, which could be a threat, but weird nonetheless. Well, not as crushing a victory as I would have liked, but okay, pretty crushing. to be honest. We took light damage to 1 destroyer and 1 carrier. We sink 8 destroyers and 2 light carriers, plus heavy damage to a heavy cruiser, and moderate damage to 2 fleet carriers. So we had, let's see, HMS Mosquito had an engine breakdown due to high-speed steaming. HMS Eagle also had an engine breakdown due to high-speed steaming, so they inflicted no damage whatsoever on us directly. In return, destroyer T-59 hit by 5 missiles from Defiance and a Wyvern. Oh, 3 from Wyverns off of Gibraltar, actually. In our 3 a.m. air attack. That's a 2,500 tonner. No SSMs, though. Remyashchi hit by 4 missiles from Defiance in our midnight attack. That's a 1,700 tonner, but does have SSMs. T-100, same class, hit by 1 missile in our midnight attack. Sank instantly. T-122 hit by 11 missiles in our 3 a.m. attack by Defiance. Although the first 2 were adequate to sink her. And yeah, that sank her immediately. The light carrier Donetsk hit twice by missiles from Defiance off Benbow and Eagle in the midnight attack, but escapes. Smysleny, a 3,100 tonner with 8 medium SSMs, hit by 1 missile from a Defiant off Rodney in the midnight attack. In the end got detached, and apparently we finally caught her with our last attack of the day at 1,600 and hit her with 8 bombs. Which did the job, yeah. Otvazhny hit by 4 missiles in our midnight attack and sunk immediately. I think the midnight attack looks like the one that connected the most effectively. A Subrazitelny, a 3,400 tonner, hit by 4 missiles in our midnight attack and sunk immediately. It really kind of was, yeah. T-79, another 3,400 tonner, hit by 3 missiles in our midnight attack and sunk immediately. Heavy cruiser Azov, a 21,000 ton heavy cruiser with 16 10-inch guns, hit by 6 missiles during our 3 a.m. attack, but in the end, narrowly got her fires under control, got her flooding just barely under control, and allegedly limps back to base. Now, if the battle were a little longer, she would have finally sunk, but she just barely survives as it is. Carrier Gorky, a 46,000 tonner, hit by 3 diving missiles from Defiance off Empress of India, Eagle, and Argus in the midnight attack, but gets away and seemingly doesn't really engage us again. Kharkov, a 56,000 tonner, hit by 3 diving missiles from Defiance off Eagle and Argus during our midnight attack, also doesn't really engage us again. Zijguli, a 13,400 ton light carrier with 27 aircraft, is, let's see here, hit by... survives our midnight attack intact, but then in the 3 a.m. attack hit by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then just, okay, yeah. Is hit by 29 missiles during our 3 a.m. attack, which apparently connected pretty squarely with Zijguli here, and absolutely obliterated her. And her sister ship? No, not actually, but same size and basically identical ship. Chelyabinsk, hit by 3 missiles during the midnight attack and burned to a crisp in an hour and a half. Wow, okay, yeah. So our midnight attack hit them squarely. Our 3 a.m. attack did some additional damage to the tune of a light carrier. All of our daylight attacks did nothing. And they were just running south the whole time. I don't know if we were just technically out of range most of the day or what. I mean, they were 360 nautical miles south by the end. That probably is, in fact, effectively out of range. I don't know if they were effectively out of range all day or what. Maybe they were. In any case, we clearly won. We sank 2 light carriers, 8 destroyers for no loss whatsoever on our part. So, bit of a beating to the Russians. Okay, Italy's at war with us. Helicopters. Thanks for watching, sailors. Hope you enjoyed. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.